Hello again, welcome back to Ask Dan Anything. Today we've got yet another sex/relationship question. And today's all about when your partner's checking out other people. Okay, we're going to have a look at what's going on behind the scenes when that's going on. So here's what I got sent through. If my partner continually checks out other women while we're out, also flirts at parties and doesn't respond to my request for him to stop, would you say that he isn't getting enough attention from me? He insists that he loves me and is attracted to me. However, he doesn't initiate sex, and he looks for attention from other women. We've talked about this, and he has said all the right things, but my gut is telling me that perhaps he wants more, something else, and isn't satisfied. I've tried to break up with him, only because it hurts to feel like I'm not good enough, and I start convincing myself he would be happier if he was able to do whatever he wants. But then he turns around and he begs to stay and continues to tell me that he doesn't want anyone else and loves me. I just don't get it. So, in various ways I've heard this one before. And so today we're going to have a little look at why it is that men check out other women while they're still in relationships. And then we're going to look at how this particular case maps onto that. We're also going to have a look at how this combines with the guy not being sexual or affectionate towards you. So he seems to be very interested in other women, seems to be very uninterested in you. First off, to the person who wrote this through, the fact that you don't know why he's doing this shows a lack of honest communication in your relationship. So if nothing else, that's a bad sign. Okay, that's a warning sign. You guys don't understand each other. The fact that you're asking me about why he's doing that tells me that your communication isn't enough for him to tell you, or for you to trust his answers. So you got those two factors, checking out other women and not showing interest in you. Now when these factors are combined, it's, I think, pretty dangerous for the relationship. Okay, it's a warning sign. It's not a guarantee, but it is a warning sign, and it is a risk of cheating or similar kinds of behavior to eventually develop if they aren't already. One of these things by itself is no big deal. Okay, a guy checking out other women, it's not a big deal. We'll talk about that. A guy struggling to initiate sex and things like that, again, it's not a big deal as in it's not a threat to the relationship. It's just something the guy needs to work on. But when a guy shows a lot of interest, he seems willing to initiate with other women in various ways, but not with you, that's not a good sign. First and foremost, men are always going to look at attractive women, no matter how much they love their partner. Okay, there are some brief phases that guys go through where they've only got eyes for their partner, but even the most loving man, that wears off, and pretty things catch our attention. Now there's a big difference between a guy just like, oh, she's hot, and then comes back to the focus, versus a guy's just like, ugh, jaw on the floor right in front of you and won't look away and seems obsessed. Right? There's a spectrum of behavior here, and they're all quite different. To be really stereotypical, you know, as a woman, you might have a closet full of shoes, but you're still going to check out good-looking shoes in the shop, right? You're still going to do that. It doesn't mean that you don't like your shoes at home. It's a similar concept with guys. We're just kind of trained to look for pretty girls. And we just look and we go, oh yeah, there's one. And it's kind of like a little tick. Yep, that was one there. And we carry on with our lives. That is a whole lot different to a guy looking for opportunities to cheat. Okay, a whole lot different. But it can look the same in terms of behavior. When he ignores you, so he's checking out other women and he's ignoring you, and he does it in spite of you bringing it up and saying, this makes me feel uncomfortable, can we do something about it? Or he secretly has this porn addiction or something similar. He's not being honest about this, he's being disrespectful for you, he's flirting. And just with attractive women, he isn't just a flirty guy with everybody, it's like he's single, the way he talks to women. You know, these factors all combined, I would say, a high risk of cheating. Okay, something's up. And this isn't about you, this is about him. Because if he had a problem with you, if he was a real man, he'd come and talk to you about that problem. If he indirectly shows you that problem by being flirtatious and by not paying attention to you and by scanning for other women all the time, then he's not bold and masculine and assertive and talking about his issues. So this is really his problem, not yours. But your problem is, do I stay in this relationship? If he's doing a lot of flirting and a lot of gazing and ignoring you and seems to get a big kick out of women showing attraction towards him and constantly seeking that, it means he's probably someone whose confidence is based on validation from women. And a guy whose confidence is based on validation, especially from new women, sexually, is very high risk of cheating. Okay? He's already cheating in his mind if he isn't doing it physically. It's only a matter of time before the act follows, especially when he's being dishonest and disrespectful in other areas of the relationship. All these factors combined create a very high risk, in my opinion. Now, there is the other guy who checks out other women, maybe looks at porn, and he's never going to cheat. He's totally loyal to you, and he does respect you, and he does love you, and he does try to be honest with you. But what you're seeing is actually a completely different reason for why he engages in this behavior. And it's about objectification. I mentioned this in an earlier video, which I'll try link below. We men are quite scared of objectifying sexually our own partners and women we care about. We've been taught our whole lives that to be sexual and sexually aroused is wrong and bad. And so we feel really awful and guilty doing it to somebody that we actually like. The only time we can do it, the only time we can let that sexual demon out is with somebody anonymous, like somebody in a porn movie or some girl walking down the street who we don't care about, who we don't know personally, who we have no emotional connection with. One of the reasons that you might have a guy checking out other girls and not showing much affection towards you is simply because he likes you. And he's been trained to think that being sexual and aggressive towards you is bad and wrong. And this is the kind of guy who needs coaching, he needs support, he needs to work on his belief system, he needs to be able to see his partner as, it sounds weird, but as a sexual object sometimes. For him to have that kind of lust for you. And if he can't do that, it's going to outpour otherwise. It's going to go to different areas, different people. We've taught that sexualizing someone is bad and wrong. But actually it's all contextual. If you do it with your own partner, whom you also love and pay attention to and respect and are honest with, it's no problem at all. But guys aren't trained in this way. We don't get the nuance of it. In your particular case, the person who sent me through the question, from what you said, it sounds like your guy is disrespectful, dishonest, he crosses your boundaries, and he gets validation from women being sexual with him. I would say bail. I'd say you're at high risk of being cheated on, your heart's about this close to being shattered. Move on. Now, you've also got work to do, because the fact is you chose this guy and you took him back. So you've got your own issues that need to be worked on here. It's not like you're an innocent victim to some nasty guy. You've both got psychological health issues to work on. We all do. And we find partners that match. For other guys, if you're the guy yourself, you're like, I love my partner, but I can't stop thinking about other women, obsessing over porn, whatever. Or you're a woman who's with a guy and he's like, I know he loves me, he's very honest with me, he's very caring and stuff, but God, I wish he'd just stop staring at chicks all the time. Understand there's something complex and dark happening probably for him, psychologically. He has sexual shame issues, and what you're seeing is his attempt to deal with those and his relief strategies and his coping mechanisms. Honest discussion, coaching with someone like myself or someone in this realm, that's what he needs to work through this. He's not a bad partner. He's just got sexual issues that are being brought out by the relationship. These are good things. They need to be brought out and worked on, but they can be painful to see and to deal with. Just some random thoughts based on the question. I hope that helps. Hope that helps you to find the difference between someone who's risk of cheating versus someone who's just got some shit to work through. We've all got shit to work through. If your partner's unhealthy, it's guaranteed that you are too. It's one of the biggest lessons I ever took away in my life. When I had all these crazy partners who were like fixer-uppers, who had all sorts of psychological issues, the big lesson there was, I'm the one choosing these girls. There's something up with me too that needs to be worked on. Subscribe to the channel if you found this helpful. Get in touch, dan@brojo.co.nz if you want any support with these kind of issues. And of course, if you like to support us to make these videos and have your own questions answered, join the Brojo membership team. There's a link below. I'll see you next time.